let's get back to the important stuff. Aaron Rodgers is there. His injury neither here nor there, but Aaron Rodgers is there. This, to me, Joy, is the biggest deal for the Jets outside of acquiring Aaron Rodgers, his presence at OTAs. OTAs is when you get better in football. You do not get better during the season. I'm sorry, fans at home, you do not get better during the season. You don't have the opportunity to lift nearly as much because you got to play a game and you got to recover from the game before. You don't have the opportunity to install new plays. You can install old plays and you can tweak old plays, but you aren't installing entirely new plays. Off-season team activities is when you make your maximal improvements. In the season, marginal. So the fact that Aaron Rodgers is at OTAs, when he hasn't been at OTAs for the Packers the last several years, is a huge, and I mean huge deal. He's creating bonds with the receivers, with the running backs, with the tight ends, with the O-line, with the coaches. He's elevating everybody around him. I cannot overstate just how important Aaron Rodgers being at OTAs is. But, Joy, I know you have a lot of thoughts on Rodgers. Big deal or no deal at all that Rodgers showed up at OTAs?
He gonna change, girl. I think it's a big deal. He missed OTAs in 2021 and 2022. So, obviously, he feels like it's important to be there. Whether it's just, showing up to show face. Might want to do a little less at OTAs, apparently. But I think it is important. He's in a new place. Yeah. Whether, he's worked with Nathaniel Hackett or not, he's worked with Nathaniel Hackett with different personnel. Well, some different personnel. So everyone needs to get on the same page. And to your point, you're not going to be able to do that during the season. He had the luxury of being able to do that in Green Bay because he had the same personnel, because he was in the same place. Everything is new. You guys know this. When you go to a new location, this is why it's so impressive when players move, particularly players at that position, move and have success right away. There's so much that's different. The facility is different. How long it takes to get from your house to the facility is different. The trainers are different. The people that make your food are different. The environment is different. It might be warmer there. What's your relationship like with the equipment guy? Everything is different. All of that has been the same for him throughout his career up until this point. That's a lot. That's a big adjustment. So when players move to a different place, you're not just installing a new system or reinstalling a system that he knew before because he's worked with them. You're adjusting to a whole new coaching staff, new personnel, new personalities, new interactions with people. So the more time that he can get in the building and around everyone that's there is important.
Shady, you played 12 years in the National Football League. You went to OTAs a lot, and I'm sure during the course of your career, you were like, nah, I'm good on OTAs. Yeah. Is it a big deal? No deal, Rodgers.
You know what? I'm going to say it's a big deal for Rodgers to be there. Now, I typically don't believe in going to OTAs. It's not like nothing for real. But I say that for the veterans. The reason why it's a big deal for Aaron Rodgers is because, like Joey talked about, this is new for him, right? And being in the same place for so long, you're used to it. I'm used to the coaching, used to the players. Now he's a rookie again, right? Even though he had Nathaniel Hackett as an old coordinator, he's still a rookie because now you're playing with players that you just meeting for the first time. They don't know what type of balls you like. They don't know what's tough for you, what's tough for them. Now you get to build that chemistry. So I love that he's there because now they can work the kinks out. I think with young receivers and new teammates, it's like you got to know each other. A-Rod loves to throw the back shoulder passes. Some of the receivers might not have had that. They had freaking Zach Wilson, a quarterback, who can't throw no passes. So now when you get with a guy like A-Rod, you want to be on the same page. So I love that he's there. He's showing that leadership. Now, next year, if you don't want to go, I understand it because now you have your core guys. You know what you like, what you don't like. But him being there this year is so important because now they get to develop with each other.
Slick, this is a huge 180 for Aaron Rodgers. My brother was on the executive vice president council for the NFL, where everybody has the owners' meetings, and he goes, and he told me several stories about Aaron Rodgers only flying in to the NFL meetings on the last day simply to say he does not want OTAs to be mandated for vets.
Yes.
Like Aaron Rodgers has planted his flag in the ground regarding do not make me come to any offseason activity. Like Joy so brilliantly said, last 2 years, he didn't show up.
Yeah.
But he's here now.
Yes.
Big deal? No deal.
It's a big, big, big deal. Because the question that we had about Aaron going to New York is he's been paid, right? He's not competing for a job, right? He can go in there entitled, and no one has any expectations for him. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's 4-time MVP. But the petty, vindictive Aaron Rodgers is the best Aaron Rodgers for me. And what I see is the same motivation that made him an MVP the last two times. Green Bay is still on his mind, even though he's in New York. Because what drove him the first time? What was it, the drafting of Jordan Love?
Yeah.
What was the second time?
Well, the very first time, the drafting of Alex Smith.
Okay.
The very first time, ahead of him.
But there was also Jordan Love.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And then there was getting paid to be the highest paid quarterback in the game. He wants to show the Green Bay Packers, you know what? You didn't handle my exit the way it deserved to be handled for all that I've done for you. So, you know what? I didn't go to OTAs for you. I'm going to go to OTAs for the New York Jets because I want to show you that you should have been begging me to stay in Green Bay, not, hey, Aaron, what do you want to do? You want to stay? You want to go? We're kind of, you know, we got a plane to catch. Like, what are you doing? That motivation and the fact that he's taking action on it, to me, it answers the questions that we had about how this is going to go. What kind of Aaron Rodgers are the New York Jets going to get?
Shady, can he keep this up long enough to make a substantial impact in New York? Joy's brought this up. Like, people don't really change in totality. You can change for a period of time. You can be on your best behavior, the honeymoon phase, we like to call it. But can this honeymoon phase last long enough for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets to make the impact that they think he can?
I don't believe that. I think people can change. And I think that looking at A-Rod from media, from what his teammates are posting, what he's posting, he looks happy. I'm happy to be here. And one thing about, I know of getting traded, you go somewhere where you're wanted. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like sometimes you be at a place, like myself, in Philadelphia, I was taken for granted, I think, with Chip Kelly. And then when I left, you got DeMarco Murray, he couldn't cut like 25 cut. You see what I'm saying? Then I'm going to Buffalo. They were happy to have me. But I don't want to go. And Drew Rosehouse worked the deal out. They gave me money to come. The thing with Aaron Rodgers, coming to New York Jets, we happy. The fans, the city, all the media, all the players. Look at all the players, how much they posted. So when you say changing, yeah, I think it changed because he's somewhere where they want Aaron Rodgers. And everything as far as to make him happy, he wants to do the same. I'm going to be there for OTAs, helping the young guys out. Okay, the young guys I had in Green Bay, it didn't work out. Maybe I should have been there. Okay, I got a second chance at life. Boom. I'm with the New York Jets. I'm gonna be with I'm gonna be with the young guys to help them out. Where he talked about the other guys when he was in Green Bay. So I just feel like now he has a second chance at life.
Yeah.
So why not kind of do things a little differently? Maybe change a little bit. And I think it's working for him.
It absolutely is.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.